Hello everyone and welcome back to the Refresh Step, where you recover yourself for the main step. I'm your host for today, tomorrow, and the foreseeable future, Theodore. And I'm with the hottest battler in the UK and admin of the Battle Spirits English Wiki, Ayumu Seiki. So yeah, Ayumu, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine actually. Why is it?
No. I was like, because you were not responding in 1 second, I was like, why are you running?
Why are you running? Why are you running?
It just pops into my head. I was like, I have to say this. It is totally unrelated. It's a meme that we should have killed, but just pop into my head.
So I've gone back to Hong Kong. So like that means like recently I've been doing some joining some tournaments over there.
Yeah.
And yesterday was horrible.
Ooh, what happened?
We had 6 rounds. I was using Ice Princess, and then somehow I only got 2 wins out of 6, and one of the win was also because my opponent left the tournament early.
Oh, yeah, that feels bad.
I don't know what I was doing. Like this game versus White Control, I was I did like 3 misplays in a row. So the first one is that like so I should have just used Diamond Wall to like keep my 1 life, but I didn't try to use it because I was thinking maybe I should go for the win next turn. To be fair, that was fine. But then like my second mistake was that I counted the number of calls wrong, so I bounced Chrono Dragon too early.
Okay.
And then my third mistake was using my last Diamond Wall offensively, even though I wasn't sure that I could win. And of course I did it.
No, as always.
Yeah, so that was pain, and then like it just went downhill after that. I faced armor beast. There we go. With just color poker. And then oh my god, like that was the only time when I can't remember the last time I actually flipped Miloslava and I used her level 2 effect to pierce white armor.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, it's like he got his avatar out already, and luckily his groundwalker didn't have enough cores, so he could only attack once. And so next turn I had Poke Carrier. I was thinking, oh god, they all have white armor. What can I even do here? And then and then my opponent was like, oh, by the way, can I check your Miloslava? And I was like, yeah, go ahead. And so, wait a second, Miloslava has Pierce.
Yay!
Yeah, and so I was like, but like, yeah, like, to be fair, I should have tried to bet for a Pioneer, which later I checked for my deck. I didn't anyway, because like, you know, when you refresh Poke Carrier, you can only flip one of the other ones, so it's either Millennial Snow or Miloslava. I could have flipped Millennial Snow to try to gamble for a Pioneer, to gamble for a Diamond Wall. but like I decided to gamble that my opponent's hand was actually bad enough. So instead I flipped Miloslava and returned his avatar to the bottom. And then guess what? Next turn, it just summoned a random armor beast, brave it so that it has 2 symbols, and then managed to use the grand skill at 5 cores and kill me.
Ooh, that feels bad, man.
It's like, and then oh my god, like the last game for the screen control, like what was it? My hand was already bad enough, and then like actually, to be fair, it wasn't that bad for a start. But like I didn't have too many low cost cards in hand, so Summon a Pioneer, it opened Frisium and Diamond Wall, and I already had 2 Diamond Walls in hand. So it's like, yeah, you know what? I'll add Frisium, and then And then the opponent summoned back Galo 10 attack, obviously trying to discard 2 hands.
Mm-mm.
And then at that time, I decided that I didn't need 2 Diamond Walls, so I discarded 1 Diamond Wall to keep my Frisium. And then, guess what? Next turn, I drew into another Frisium. And I was thinking to myself, I sacrificed 2 Diamond Walls for you, and you decide to give me a second one. Bro. And I lost because I discarded all the Diamond Walls.
The pain. Yeah, that pain sounds real though. It's always like that, right? It's you. Yeah, whenever you try to discard something that okay, I probably wouldn't need my postcard for now, so I'll just discard them and hope that I can draw another one, and then they never came, and then it's like, okay, so I already have my postcard, but I might not draw the next one in time, so I probably should keep it, and then yeah, and then that happened. Oh my god.
Bro, and then like me and my friend was so pissed. We like after the tournament, we went down to the arcade, and I'm not sure if you've seen them, but like one of the rhythm games is like playing the piano. So basically, for like the next hour, we were basically like slamming the board furiously.
Of course.
And like he even chose the mode where if he got 20 misses, then he would immediately lose the game. That's how crazy it becomes. It's like, oh, I don't give a crap anymore. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh yeah, I can't have 20 misses. I can't have 20 misses. It's just play the game, like a furious piano man. Pianist. Or like, have you ever seen like one of those conductors in like the orchestra just like went into like climbers part, just like swinging his hand high, just like pointing at you, pointing at that. That's what he was doing.
Oh my goodness. Of course, the Chinese people, when they are angry, their fan thing is to play piano. Classic.
To be fair, I have an actual piano, but like, there's too much stuff around it. I can't sit on it and play. So, yeah. But hey, maybe in one podcast, instead of us talking, I can just be playing piano.
Yeah,
for like a whole hour.
We can probably do that. Or we just stream that as like me, because my roommate has 2 pianos, right? He is like really obsessed with classical music. He doesn't have just 1 piano. He has 2 piano inside his room. So maybe when you come over again, we can I can ask him like, can I borrow one, and then like whenever I started to go off topic, you just start playing. So it's like we do a normal podcast, and then whenever we started going off topic, you just like, to remind me, you just play the note or something. And then after you play one song, then we totally forgot what we were talking about, and then we talk about totally different thing. Of course. But yeah, I mean, like it's an option. I was. Yeah, or we can just do like a stream where it's like Ayumu's piano recital, because like I was like thinking, right, like today I kind of wanted to do a stream where the only thing that I do in the stream is just basically counting the content of my piggy bank, because now it is not like super full, but it's at the point in which if you put a coin inside, it's not going to go in, because the coins that are already inside is stopping the new coins from getting in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
so what do you want to do with it?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because next week BSS02 is coming out, so I kind of wanted to do like, just to make it a little bit so to justify doing the stream on a card game channel. It's like, let's see how many BSS02 packs we can buy with the coins inside here, right?
Damn.
But the point of putting this inside this piggy bank, or why I have this particular piggy bank in the first place, it's because this piggy bank has a meter on the back, It's like a translucent piggy bank that has a meter on it. It's like the internet goal kind of thing. Internet goal piggy bank. And then the goal for the high, if like it's full, like the goal was supposed to be like a world trip or something.
Okay,
So like
yeah.
I want to see if like to kind of still justify doing it in a card game channel. I want to see like, because the championship is coming back to Indonesia, right? I want to see like if this can bring me back to Indonesia and let me join the championship after 4 years. But there's a flaw
Okay.
but there's a flaw in that plan. Because the current championship, they are doing like they kind of wanted to move from open qualifier, and they wanted to do a store qualifying, probably also because probably because of the COVID. So they kind of probably wanted to have a safety net. So if something were to happen before the final, so they can just, okay, so at least you got your prizes. We are sorry, but at least you got your prizes, kind of thing. I don't know. I kind of suspected that we are probably just paranoid. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like, we can make all the stereotypes we want about Japanese businesses, but it's probably that, right? It's probably they're just, okay. So we have changed, but we are not ready to change back. But yeah. Also, I am not sure how many can I get inside this box. I think it's probably maximum €50, which is still a big number of money per se, but it's nowhere
I
close
don't
to,
think you can even travel to the UK with 50 euros.
yeah, 50. Yeah, I can travel to the UK if I hide inside your suitcase, which is probably easier said than done. Yeah. Or we can use that, or I can use that money to pay for my bus to the Netherlands for a Grand Open next month.
You can do that, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that should be possible. I mean, like last time I broke my piggy bank, I think I have like 100 or something.
Oh, okay.
It was surprisingly, it was surprisingly dense. Uh, this time I don't know, because I don't have as much €2 and €1 coin. I think it will be realistic to be expecting a world trip with the amount of money inside that piggy bank if every single coin inside is a €2 coins. I had like even a hundred coins of €2 coins will give you like, I think without the visa it's going to give you like maybe 3 round trip to the UK with the with the cheapest flight, of course. That's the only catch.
Okay.
Mm-mm. So like, yeah, I mean, like, if it's full, I think I can afford to go anywhere at that point. With €2 coins, of course. The only cashier is I don't put only €2 coins inside.
Okay.
I've been trying to fill it up by basically whenever I buy something with cash, no matter how much I got as the change. If it's €3 or €4, I will still put it inside. It's kind of detrimental to my own personal finances, because I feel like, damn, I don't have money anymore inside my wallet, so I can't buy anything. It's like I feel miserable now. But actually, I still have the money. I just choose not to use it. It's like, I know that I'm going to be able to use it for something good next year, or something, or basically in the near future. But it's like, now I'm for this exact moment, I feel miserable. Yeah. That is why saving is hard. Saving is not hard because you lose the money. It's because you have to fight that feeling of, if I have that money now, I can do like this small thing that might make me happy, like buying ice cream, maybe buying like that extra sausage, or just buy you a sandwich. Like, the small happiness that you get when you just feel like, yeah, nah, all hope is lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you come here again, there are lots of things that might be interesting for us to try. Like I think I just saw an ad that of the supermarket near me. They started selling onigiri, so we can
Oh,
maybe
okay.
maybe we
Oh yeah,
can buy like
onigiri
all
would
the
be nice.
yeah, we can buy all like the German store onigiri, and then we can see which one is which one actually tastes okay. And maybe since we are near Dusseldorf, we can just buy one from an actual Japanese establishment, and we can kind of compare. Okay, so this is the Japanese. This is the one that are made by Japanese in Germany, and these are the one that is in the supermarkets. It's probably going
Uh,
to they're
it
probably
remind me of those videos that I
Mhm.
literally just do that.
Of course. I mean, like I kind of always wanted to do a video where we just go to a country, meet the players there, and then basically just eat what they eat when they are going to the card shops. I think it's kind of like because we wanted our our channel tagline is we are a TCG lifestyle channel, right? So I think that is part of the lifestyle, right? So basically go
Yes,
into the
just give
store,
yourself all the cues.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, why not? Actually, yeah,
Mm-mm.
I can do
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah. Basically, I just want an excuse to eat on in front of a camera. But all no, no. But I mean like I don't know about other countries because I think especially in my locals, usually the tournament started like 6 p.m. It ended around 10 p.m. So like yeah, when we finish playing, we just go home to our own houses. When we start, usually we just come when the tournament starts. So it's like there are no chance to just go out and have like maybe a lunch or dinner together, or you
Yeah,
really have to plan them together
I
in
mean
advance.
we can have the dinner on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean like I don't know. Maybe because it's in also because in Indonesia when I go to the tournaments usually it's in the weekend, so it's like yeah, after this we can grab something together. Like even with someone you don't, sometimes it's like the people you don't usually hang out with, and then you can just go with them like oh yeah, why not, let's have the cheapest stuff we can buy from Yoshinoya. And then we just bonded over that. It's kind of, I mean like it's the kind of vibe that I haven't been able to replicate here. uh I mean like if I go with you or with Amamiya, it's like we already know each other from the beginning and from before we entered the shop anyway, right? So if we are going to have dinner afterwards, I think it's just a given that we are going to the dinner together, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it's not. You stinky fella. I'm leaving you.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Exactly.
I like how you just silently accept that.
Hmm. Well, because because one of our credo is to just accept it. It is what it is. Like Indonesians, like it's not Indonesian events in Java basically. Yeah, sometimes you just have to accept the good things with the bad things, and then I go to Germany, and then uh like of course when you go to a new country and then you want to learn their language, like one of the bigger help to learn their pronunciation is to learn their swear words, right? Because swear words, it is it is what it is. It is not a good thing to just say uh out loud all the time. But when it is good fun with friends, I think it kind of helps with the pronunciation because it's like helps you to get like, because it is the it is something that is like really pushes how the pronunciation goes, right? So it's like if you know how to pronounce the swear words, you can basically just uh it will be easier for you to pronounce like the softer words kind of thing, because they are harder. I mean like not harder to do, but it's like usually you emphasize something, you use it when you are angry, so if you can, I think if you can use it when you pull the range of your voice, then you can use it on places where you don't have to pull as much range in your voice. And then like, of course, so because of that, when I entered uni, some of my friends were asking my German friends of like, is there any German it's like, what is the common German swear words, right? And they said like how do you, for example, like say fuck you?
Yeah.
And then they said like, okay, so there is like a literal translation for fuck you, for example.
Okay.
But like usually the most common German swear word is just Scheiße.
Oh
Which,
yeah. I heard this one. Yeah, I learned this one, but I forgot about it. Yeah.
But
Scheiße.
exactly, Scheiße. But the fun thing about Scheiße is you cannot direct this at other people. It just means like, I mean, like, it kind of works kind of like how we use shit in English. It's like,
Okay.
yeah. You can kind of use it like as if it's you want to say shit, but with shit you can kind of like your shit. It's like you can kind of direct it to other people, right?
Uh-huh.
But with Scheiße, it's not really something that you can direct at other people. Like grammatically you can do that, but conceptually you just don't.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is a swear word, but like in essence, like what you're trying to say is like it is what it is. Scheiße, like the situation is bad, and then it's like situation is bad, but that's all that you want to say, like.
Scheiße.
Yeah, Scheiße is like, damn, the situation is bad, but I will accept it anyway. It is what it is. I think as a swear word, it's a beautiful concept. Like you don't really trying to blame anything. You just accept that the situation is bad and that's it. You're just trying to acknowledge that the situation is not ideal.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I think like most swear words, it's kind of like something to blame on something, right? Like of course, like shit, fuck, like why local one is chancho. All of them, it's like there are places where you can just use it just to express that, damn, I am angry. This is not the ideal condition and everything, but mostly it is developed to be directed at something, right? To blame on something because it's like the easiest way to cope with things. It's like no, it is not my fault. uh,
Oh well.
oh well. Yeah. I mean, like in the topic of blaming, I kind of remember like about blaming on something earlier, but I can't really recall like what was I about to blame. It's like because I was having bathroom thoughts, right? Like as usual, I think my air circulation in my bathroom is not good enough, and I have been inhaling too much ammonia. So just like what was it again? Okay, I will let you know when I remember them.
Okay.
Gosh darn it.
Scheiße.
Scheiße. Yeah, Scheiße. Scheiße or Schade. But yeah, basically both of them, I think Scheiße and Schade, they meant different things. They meant different things when you want to translate them literally, but I think, yeah, conceptually they are pretty much the same.
It's fine. I'll have some cheddar cheese, please.
Oh my god. Don't think I shouldn't guess it.
That was so bad.
Yeah. Because I think shadow means kind of like damage. So if you play Pokemon, like the Pokemon TCG, like you have the damage counters to mark like how much damage your Pokemon has received throughout the battle, right?
Yeah.
So the German translation for the damage counter is Schadenmarke. It's like to mark.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a marker for the damage.
Okay. Shadow marker.
Yeah, Schadenmarke.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But actually, talking about Pokemon, do you even have you ever played the game? in the TCG?
I played briefly because they have like the Indonesian version and it's like really cheap. Although in the end, it was supposed to be really cheap, but it's like, yeah, if you wanted to build like a whole competitive deck like without a blink, then probably you are going to pretty much spend what you will spend on a low budget Vanguard deck. But if you at that point I was not as invested in the game, so I was still in kind of like an outside. I see the number with an outsider perspective. It's like, no, I don't want to spend that amount of money. So I think the only deck that I kept is basically a deck in which I just like the, what was his name again? Crocodile. Yeah, Crocodile.
Right, yeah.
I built his deck just because his attack name is basically to, wait, what was it in English again? The Indonesian name is Fitnah, which is Fitnah. Wait, I have to use Google Translate to translate my own language. It is to put slander or defame other people.
Oh, right. Yes, I remember it has one moves like that.
Yeah, the move is slander, and then it was just because it's a word that is used a lot in soap opera. So it's like when I see that, it's like, fuck, this is the funniest thing that they have come up with. Because I think like one of the entertainment as Indonesian playing the Pokemon card game in Indonesian version, it's basically to see like how they are going to translate this to Indonesian. Like sometimes they just give up and keep the move names in English, but most times it is quite, when it is entertaining, it's really entertaining. But yeah, basically I made that. I played briefly and then because Gino is the one who is pretty much invested in the game, so he just sometimes he do lend me his deck and then I go out to meet other people and do shootings with them. But sadly, I accidentally deleted some of the footages, so I was like, and then one of them was with like a pretty important person, so it's like, damn, if I release all the videos except for his shop, it's like, it's probably not going to look nice. So I just, okay, I am going to Germany. I need time anyway. I will just take a break from making videos for now. I just decided to take a break that day.
Bruh.
Yeah, because
Oh, well.
otherwise, yeah, it's going to be not nice. Maybe when I go back, I will try to do other shooting with them. But yeah, to that person, I'm sorry. It is not intentional. I just did that by mistake.
You just expose yourself.
Yeah. Well, like it's been 4 years ago, so I think it's high time I go back. When I go back to Indonesia, I probably need like 2 kilograms of chocolate to just apologize to them. It's like, listen, man, this is not intentional. Like he bought me pizza. It's not really pizza. It's martabak, so it's like our savory pancake. So yeah, it's kind of like our fried pizza. If that scares the
That's
Italians.
fine. To the Americans, everything is pizza.
Like it kind of is. But yeah, so that's the journey of my Pokemon in Indonesia. So when I go to Germany, of course, it ended. And then when I come here, my nephew was in the phase where he started to play Pokemon as well. So I did buy some starter decks and basically just played with him. Basically being
Nice.
the wall that he will never be able to climb up. Because like I think at one point I was like, I need to make sure that I don't lose, and then I saw the like, I forgot what the product name is, but it's like the one that is basically made by, it's like basically the mega deck equivalent of Pokemon. So it's like it was a watered down version of what people used to top the previous tournaments.
Oh, like champion decks,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. And then it was the Pikachu and Zekrom GX tag team decks, and then it's like, damn, I saw the Zekrom on the cover, and then it's like, damn, it's really cool. I won one regardless, but yeah. It's like, because there's the Pikachu Zekrom, and then there's the Charizard and Reshiram, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like the Pikachu and Zekrom is more popular, so it's like I was actually maybe it's because COVID, but I was lining up outside of the store, and then like they only have one left. They only have one left that is used as a display. It's like, damn, thank goodness I still got it. Probably should have asked for a discount though. And then like I mean like when we and then at one point was like my nephew was suddenly calling me like because his friend was being really mean to him. Like that day I was genuinely angry because his friend was like, I never fought someone with a deck like as big as yours. It's like, you don't have to say that, right? Don't know why. It just made my blood boils. And then at that time the Charizard and Reshiram.
Did you go beat them up like a good uncle?
Nah. I suspected I
You're
wouldn't.
a bad uncle. You're a bad uncle. You couldn't protect your nephew.
I tried to teach my nephew on how to beat them up himself, but I don't think now. I don't think like after that. I don't think they actually did meet again because of COVID, obviously.
Okay.
I mean like yeah.
What is it?
Nah, I mean like, yeah, I think, yeah, how to say. Yeah, but thanks to that, actually, I kind of know that like because the only Pikachu and not the Pikachu, Charizard and Reshiram deck that is left in the store, it's actually the box is quite damaged, and then my in-law just casually like asked like, the box is a little bit damaged. Can you give us like a discount or something? And then because it's like a GameStop, right? Like it's a big brand store. So it's like I never even considered the option of actually heckling with the staff, and he did, and then I was like why are you doing this here? And then like but the staff was like, yeah, I guess I can give you like €2 off. It's like, huh? You can't do that? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's like I don't think they exactly count in like how much they receive, like not like just like scan one product and it has to be that price, that kind of stuff. Like you can always change it a little bit. So yeah, it's like it's nothing. Like losing like €1 or €2, they're not gonna bother or even realize it anyway.
Yeah, I mean like I know that the customer service is more important, right? Like it is okay to just lose €1 or €2 if they come again and buy another thing that gives you kind of basically gives you the €1 to €2 back, right? Instead of keeping them and then not getting more sales. So it's like, yeah, I kind of understand that, but it's like in Indonesia, like the concept of that is just so foreign because you only ever haggle in like an actual market. So it's like being able to haggle in a big brand store is like it's just foreign to me.
It's just this Asian blood.
Yeah.
The Asian bargaining blood running through your in-law.
Oh my goodness. I mean, like yes, basically way more Chinese than I am.
Hell.
Except for the fact that we both don't speak Mandarin. That's
Right.
the only thing that is not Chinese from us. But it's like his family still pretty much celebrates almost everything, and then they still prepare like the stuff. But in my family, it's like, yeah, sometimes we celebrate it, but the thing that we do probably the most seriously is probably Chinese New Year. And even then, we just have like,
sense.
we just do like one big family dinner. we give the younger ones the red pocket money, and then that's probably it.
That's nice. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I've told my family that like if I ever get a nephew, because obviously I got this brother,
Mm-mm.
I'm just gonna bring him to McDonald's every day.
Be
And
the
my
cool
brother's
uncle.
like, yeah, and then my brother's like, no.
Imagine you are being the Uncle Ben, Indian. Well, me.
Yeah, like
Mm-mm.
I mean, I'm not planning to get married or anything, so
Mm-mm.
like if there's gonna be any child for me to spoil, it's gonna be my nephew
Mm.
or niece.
Yeah. Or
I mean to be fair, I already have some nephew and nieces, but like
Mm-mm.
they're over in Macau, and like
Mm-mm.
we're not exactly familiar with each other. And even though I'm their uncle, we're like all the same age, so
Well, yeah. I mean, like my roommate is technically my nephew, so I kind of understand that.
yeah.
Technically my nephew.
Family trees is weird, but yes.
Mm-mm. Exactly. I think we talked about the family trees last week, right? Oh my goodness.
Oh, God. We're getting old.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. I kind of feel like I'm getting old because I am starting to consider playing Magic. I don't know why. Probably because in
Bro.
Indonesia, like most people who play Magic
Bro.
actively are my friends who are over 40. So it's like,
Bro, just don't.
yeah, probably no. I mean, like just
Just don't.
wanted to joke.
I heard it's really expensive.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I mean, like I think people who play Magic, they just basically do it as if they are basically like it's basically a car hobby at this point. It's like, yeah, I mean like it's same with car, right? Like if you're really obsessed with it, you probably want a particular engine, you probably want a particular wheel or things, and those things might not be readily available, so you might have to save up maybe 1 year. You can buy one component, two at most, and or probably you just I think the only other thing that I heard is like with drifting. So like you can go to Japan and basically just break a car or two for one holiday. So probably they just save up like one for that one trip a year, and then they just drift all they want for like 2 weeks, and then they go home. It's kind of that level of hobby, right? So you just at that point you no longer just buy decks to be able to make a deck all the time like we do now. It's more like, okay, so I'm just going to make this one deck more powerful, more powerful, more powerful, more powerful, and then how to do that? Sometimes with Magic, since they do the reverse of power creep, they just make the new cards uh, weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. So you basically just want the more generic stuff from the past, right? So you just okay. So I got the engine now. I'll just slowly gather like the old generic parts from the past that is now not readily available. So maybe this year I'll just buy this one part, this one part, this one part. And I think like the casual side of Magic kind of accommodates that by promoting more formats that are Highlanders like the Commander format.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because yeah, I think with the since Commander you can only use like one of each card. Maybe like I think for me it's puts kind of like less pressure on you to kind of get the more expensive card. Like you don't have like if the card is expensive, it's like $200. You only have to spend this $200 once, right? But with let's say Yu-Gi-Oh, the newer cards sometimes they are like 100 bucks each, $100 each, and then you need three. And it's the lowest rarity. So, unless you wait for 2 years and where they suddenly just started reprinting it like crazy, like for the first 2 years of playing it, you will probably need to spend that $300 on those three cards, and then just feels like, and then it's just one card, and then you will probably need like two or three other cards of the same price point. So it's like, damn, this feels like being this feels like it's becoming expensive real quick. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, at least with Commander, it gives the illusion that you don't have to spend too much at once. Because I mean, like, yeah, with all card games, you are going to spend a lot. That's kind of a given. It's a hobby where you just enjoy the game, not enjoy what you buy, right? So it's like you enjoy the game that you actually play. So you inevitably will probably spend a lot, but it's like, yeah, I mean, like, it kind of like depends on how much you need to spend at once, right? Like Battle Spirits, I don't feel like it's really an expensive game, mostly because what I spend at once is probably like $400 for like 3 to 4 decks. Like at once I don't need to bring out that much money. With like what, but I don't really have an example of what other card games, because I think most card games, they have their phases. So it's like there are always a phase in which a particular card game, if you only wanted to play specific decks, then of course you wouldn't spend as much. But if you wanted to just keep on playing, then then there is always a phase in. Okay, so maybe it's a new kind of phase. Like in PS, it's kind of like when the Contract Saga started, it's like a new phase. So there are less cards that people are familiar with. So now everything is kind of cheaper. You still don't know like which has the better power level and everything. Like there's always that phase when, okay, so even if I build anything, it will not cost me as much. But there are always time in which, okay, so I only wanted to build my own deck, but it's still going to cost me this much. Like basically the zero wave after 2 to 3 months. Kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I suppose in Battle Spirits, the best example is Cross Default. Black Hole, whatever it's called. I don't watch Kamen Rider.
No. Yeah, it's Cross Apple.
Cross Apple, yeah.
Cross Apple. Like the Black Hole used to be quite expensive as well, but not. Yeah, it's after it's reprinted, it's not as much.
Yeah, and like my friend, he, oh my god, like he basically he started off trying to build white control. That was like 2 years ago or so, and then we told him, we told him like, don't do that. You're still a student. Like you're 16 years old. You don't have that much money. Don't build white control, because like at that time, you know, you got like freedom and you got high match, and like white well was expensive, and stuff like that. And it was like, but I want to play white control, and it's like, no, it's too expensive for you. Play something else. And he insists on playing white control, and then like maybe like a few weeks or like a few months later, like a white control just like disappear on the meta chart, and then so like and then he was like, oh, looks like white control is shit now, so I'm just gonna build something else. I'm gonna build green control. And we're like, that's even worse. How are you gonna pay for the Ragnarok and everything? Like that was like a few months ago, so we didn't even know the Entrance was going to be reprinted. So that was like 300 Hong Kong dollars for one copy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you don't really need that. You can use Mandibularis, there's that, which is fairly cheap. And it's like, I want to use Bakugalo 10, but I were like, that's like $200 a copy. And it's like, and they're like, what about the Ragnarok variant? Oh dear, do you know how expensive Ragnarok is? You know, they're just like, just don't. Just go back to white control. And he's like, it's shit now. No, it's not shit. Just because it's not on the meta chart doesn't mean it's shit now. and he still didn't believe it. So he insists on building green control. And then I think right now fortunate enough for him. Actually, no, he was just buying a little bit of this, buying a little bit of that. He haven't got the expensive ones. I can't remember if he got Ragnarok or not. But he did get Mandibularis and Greenwell, I think. And then but obviously didn't get the expensive ones. And then after that, apparently the Nightling was good. And so it's like, I want to build purple now. And it was like, just make up your fucking mind. And then so he built purple, and then purple demon got banned.
No.
and then he went back to green control right now because BSC 41 was out, so he could use Enterus and Backgalo. And then I think he also got Paladin mode. So now he's just trying to get Cross Evo, which I think he paid the money already. But this whole journey, it's just stick to one deck. Battle Spirits isn't that bad. If you can do it well, if you can use the deck well, you can win. You're still a student. You don't have to use the most expensive ones. But the fact is that okay, so the reason he switched the colors that much, it was very obvious because he's a freaking meta slut.
Okay.
He's not even using the decks because he likes the color or because he likes the cards. It's literally just because those decks are on the meta and he thinks those decks would last forever. Which technically yes, but that's just the name of the deck. The cards in the deck that's gonna be changing forever. So if you want to use those kind of decks, you're gonna be paying for cards every month or so. It's gonna be too much to handle for a student like him. And so obviously he doesn't listen. So at that time, when white control was off the meta, it was white control is shit now. I'm gonna build something else, and then we were like, dude. You literally said that you're willing to update your deck with newer cards. Why are you giving up on white control already? And it was but it's not on the meta chart. It doesn't mean it's shit.
I know, right? We just talked last week on how Bobby actually cream me with my fairy deck. Although I thought it is not weak per se, but to play it is the deck that I think is the hardest to play among the older yellow decks.
Really?
And among the one that I have, compared to, well, of course I have Imaginary Beast, I have Divine Spirit Ultimates, and then especially if you compare it to something like Dark Arts, right? It's all
Dark Artist is harder to play. No cap.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's what was it fairies? Its playstyle just so linear. You literally stall, put your magics on the field, and then you summon Moonwalks, and that's literally your end game. But with Demeter, you're okay, sure, first Morphers it's gonna be your key card or summoning the other stuff. But then you for example, when you attack, you have to think, do you want to summon Blackster, or do you want to summon the blue girl, I can't remember her name, to keep your spirits on the field. And then if you summon Blackster, you have to think, which magic am I going to return? And then after you choose your magic, you're gonna be thinking do I want to return it to the hand, or do I want to return it to back top because I don't want the deck out, etc. Stuff like that. And also it definitely drags the game a lot longer than Fairy, and just by that, okay, just just the fact that it can recycle your trash already makes things a lot more complex. Because you won't just be considering the cost on your hand or your field. You're gonna be considering the ones in your trash as well, because you're gonna recycling them like they're just in your hand.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I mean, like previously with the fairy, you can also bring yellow demon gut, right? You kind of have that.
Yeah.
You kind of have that problem as well, but now you don't have yellow demon gut. If the card is gone, it's gone.
Yeah,
So
like
it is a little bit
people just
simpler.
use Cis Glory now. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like mostly, I think like technically, I agree with you. Technically, there are more things to consider, but that's like with dark arts. It's like I mean, like it just feels like harder to break because most of the thing that you have in your hand will be something that has a body, but like with fairy, it's kind of more of a matter of, okay, so can keep this magic. I can use this magic to search, but I wouldn't have a body. Or I can search, use my God Seeker, and I will have a body, but I have a lower range of searching, kind of thing. And then now everything in, do I take the spirit or do I take the magic? And then now I take the spirit and I don't get any magic. I take the magic and then now I have no spirits. So yeah, like it kind of feels like that sometimes.
I mean, to be fair, with fairy, you don't really need spirits on the few example balls anyway.
Nah, I mean, like, yeah, that's probably, that's also why. I mean, like, I also use the avatar, right? So,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I mean, like it's I mean, like it's just kind of, and I just kind of like her. You can, even if you fail, even if she got destroyed in a battle, you still got 2 cores. If she is not destroyed, then you can basically just finish your opponent early. So yeah, it's kind of a trade-off, but yeah, I really like her. Also because I already bought the 2 secrets by mistake.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I kind of want to use them because of that.
Yeah, I do have a fairy deck, but it's capped at like BSC 34, so I don't even have moon modes and everything. So I'm thinking right now if I even want to update it.
Yeah, why not? You only need Gekka. I don't think other than Gekka Bichen you really need anything else.
Sorry.
I know.
Only
So
what?
maybe 3 Garenia Felt and then 3 Gekka Bichen.
I mean, I got Gardenia Field already because of BSC 41.
Oh yeah.
And then
Gekka Bichen.
Gekka
Bichen. It's the new common card from PS64.
Oh, Gekka Bichen.
Gekka Bichen.
Oh, I heard you saying something pigeon.
Gekka Pigeon. From now on, her name is Gekka Pigeon.
Gekka Pigeon.
Pigeon. Yay. Time to rule Germany.
I'll think about it. I don't know. I'm spending a bit too much already because actually today I went off to buy a Ferment deck, and then I spent another 200 Hong Kong dollars on Oshinoko sleeves. And then another 100 extra on the outer sleeves with like roses on the edges. And that was all for my mom. Because she wants to start playing.
Yes.
So yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. So she's a math teacher and she likes cats. That's why I chose Hermit. She literally just finished Oshinoko. So she was literally spamming Idol and Mephisto every day. Literally today I got woken up by Idol. That's why I chose an Oshinoko sleeve with I and her 2 baby children. And then she also likes gardening. That's why I got the outer sleeves with roses.
Yeah, that's really nice. I wish my parents would take a little bit of interest in my interest, but that's
because she kept telling me that like oh, I watched the anime and I understood nothing.
Mm-mm.
I was like, well, you do need someone to guide you. You can't just watch
Mm-mm.
the anime, expect to learn the game from there.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, the Battle Spirits anime is mostly fan service, right? Like, if you already played the game, you can watch the Spirits battle in 3D. That is hot, actually. I want them to do more. Like, even like why it's the short anime is probably going to be 5 minutes of the spirit just battling. I am kind of fine with that. As long as we actually have new models. Or just or yeah, at least we can actually have we yeah, I don't think in the battles in the Burning Soul and Topabashian collaboration episode, don't think I think they only animated Siegfried, right? I don't think they have Siegfrieden yet. Oh, Siegfrieden is actually in Bashi in done, right? I
No,
think
it's not part.
I don't know. I mean, like, I think the previous, like in done, like he met the previous rat person and then he used Siegfrieden, if I'm not wrong.
I can't remember that part,
Mm.
man.
Yeah. Damn, I felt like a nerd now. Oh my goodness. But the Battle Spirits
Yeah, I
anime
can't.
is good. Please watch them.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. And speaking of Battle Spirits anime, it's probably time for me to try to go to locals and hopefully I'll find people to play with. Otherwise, I'll just go to the cafe and show you that photo of me watching drinking a cappuccino by the sunset. Which I don't want to do because the sunset is still in 3 hours from 5 hours from now, so it's probably way too long. Probably buy the packs, drink coffee, and go home. Well, I mean, like it's already. I think it's already. It's 11 in your place, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it just reached 11 p.m. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess you wouldn't do anything for the rest of the day then. Sleep.
I'll probably, probably play a bit of cards.
Mm-mm. Ooh.
I have to continue writing my script as well.
Ah, yeah, correct.
I'm too slow. I'm too lazy. I don't want to do anything. I should be making videos, but I'm not.
You should do it. But yeah, to be fair, I was like saving this day or like for like okay, so today I will edit all day. I have a shoot with Ayumu and then edit again. It's like I woke up and like, today I don't want. Today I feel like to. Wait, how do you?
Bro, you can't do it. Today
I don't feel like doing
anything.
anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Actually, I remember that song again because when we go to Dokomi, Amamiya dragged me to the karaoke room, which is actually really nice because I just realized that in Germany there's not as much karaoke places.
Oh my
So it's
god!
like,
Now they
yeah,
say we need to go to one when I'm here.
yeah. Like if we cannot, then we'll just buy like a shitty projector, and if it's below 10 p.m., maybe we can do it in my room.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
All right, then yeah.
That's
So
the plan.
yeah, and then because basically at that time, somebody just put in lazy song because at first I thought since it's a dokomi, it's an anime event, so they will probably only add in Japanese songs. But turns out they have the lazy song. Like, I thought the staff was joking when he said like Bruno. So the next up, this person will sing the lazy song by Bruno Mars. It's like, huh? He's joking, right? He's going to play something else, right? And then today I don't feel like doing anything. Oh my goodness.
Don't feel like picking
Doing
the phone to leave a
the message
message
at
at
the
the tone.
tone.
Cause today I swear
I'm
I'm not
not
doing
doing
anything.
anything. Nothing at all. So yeah, maybe So if you guys want us to do a karaoke episode, just send us an email or your questions, your stories to our email at therefreshsteppodcast@gmail.com. So yeah, I guess that has been everything from us for this week. We hope that you guys have a nice week going forward, and we'll see you guys again in the next turn. Bye bye.
Bye bye.